So, Yuck Mouth TV, subscribe to your guy. We back at it, man. We back at it, man. Some new stuff that hit the pipeline, man. And salute to this individual that did this breakdown of how the CIA is allegedly connected with record labels and why so much nonsense is being promoted instead of, you know what I mean, a balance. Like back in the day when we did hip hop, it was a balance. You get your gangster rap, you get your, you know what I mean, positive rap, you know what I mean? You get your backpack rap, you get your dance rap. It was a combination of everything, not just one main market. So as of now, everything is gangster from the females to the dudes, the gangster rap and the pill, the drug induced rap is being promoted on the radio for a reason, and me being a gangster rapper, you know what I mean, just telling my story of how I was raised in life, you know what I mean? I always looked at it like, a movie, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you got Boys in the Hood, you got Men's Society, now I'm going to tell my movie, but this is real life, you know what I mean? This is not no fake, this is me telling my story, but I write my music as movies, you know what I mean? Literally about my life, you could say it's a diary. You know what I mean? So I wasn't hired by nobody to do my music. My executives weren't hired by nobody to promote my music. But let's hear what they got to say about the whole breakdown because this is very interesting and very crazy because it starts to add up, when you see what's being promoted and what's not promoted. Positive rap has totally been pushed to the side. And, it's a big gangster movement going down. So let's break this down. Fair use, man. Let's get to the content. Good content, no nonsense, man. Yuck Mouth TV, subscribe to your guy. Fair use, y'all. Let's go into this rabbit hole with the CIA and these record labels, man. Let's hear what artists got to say about this shit. Let's go, y'all. Yada da.
Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
But they didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artist, this is hot, say that, do this. We're going to have this guy write the lyrics. We're going to have that. You have, the record company pushing the narrative. Some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full.
Man, oh man, as if Diddy's situation wasn't bad enough already. And by the looks of it, even the CIA...
Yeah, I heard that, man. Ice Cube broke it down, you know what I mean? He said, man, these record labels also have stocks in these industrial prison facilities. So if you could promote something that could make people on the street do crime and go to jail, hey, man, you make money off the music and you make money off people going to jail, man. Sounds like a win-win to me, mate. Winner, chicken dinner. So that's what the record labels is doing to these artists that they so-called promoting. But they really promoting niggas to go to jail. You know what I mean? And they artists to die because they got insurance on their artists. They get another bag, you know what I mean? Because the record sales go up when the artist dies. So it's all a big ass scheme. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Independence is the way. Fair use, y'all. Let's go.
A is getting involved in all the diddler shady's dealings, man. It's coming down.
Partying together. So in the authorities' mind, they feel like Puff knew what Meech was doing. Then with the introduction to Jacob and different people, and a lot of people going to jail for money laundering and stuff like that. Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. I said this years ago that Kim and Kirk Burroughs took some paperwork. They was taking some papers up to the FBI, so like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. Don't know what it was, but later on found out that he was a CI.
As far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, you. Because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the
CI. You understand? Now, what happens? He don't have that The guy probably, that was 20, 30 years, 20 some years ago. The guy probably retired. Puff ain't dealing with him. No, he didn't pass Puff on or something like that. So now, Puff been dodging the legal system. With the people had it wrong. They think it was with the Black Mafia family. No, it was with Butt Naked. I said this years ago. The person that he said is a senior advisor, Corey Jacobs. Corey had 9 16-to-life sentences for drug trafficking. You make him your senior advisor, even though that was your man, he coming home. That's your man, patching pots and pans. But Whoop was the one who took care of them when they was away. You know what I'm saying? Whoop was the one who took care of them. So now, you got all these, these characters, around you. What they gonna think when they come to your house?
Now, this comes straight from Ice Cube, who has exposed how hip-hop industry works, saying that the CIA actually manufactures rap culture for their own dark motives.
It's
Find the best tire deals on simpletire.com.
Rabbit hole.
I am always on the
My
move.
bag.
Here.
Everybody's
And
money.
way over here.
There you go.
So when I need to replace my tire.
My bag, y'all. Back to content.
the secret meeting that changed rap music and destroyed a generation.
Damn.
So it says, hello. After more than 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music and ultimately American society. I have struggled for a long time weighing the pros and cons of making my story public, as I was reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names and all the details that may risk my personal well-being and that of those who were, like me, dragged into something they weren't ready for.
Damn.
Hold on, let me
So we gonna tell a story.
we gonna tell the story. We ain't scared.
You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
They after us, not just playing.
Look, that black van.
So look, so he says between the late 80s and early 90s, I was what you may call a decision maker with one of the more established companies in the music industry. I came to Europe in the early 80s and quickly established myself in the business. The industry was different back then, since technology and media weren't accessible to people like that, like they are today. The industry had more control over the public and had the means to influence them any way it wanted.
Right.
This may explain why in early 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Rap music's new direction.
Yeah.
Little did I know we would be asked to participate in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices ever seen.
Crazy.
So this was the meeting.
Hold on, y'all. So it was a secret meeting. You know what I mean? And he's reading a book from this guy that was in a secret meeting, or a passage from this guy that was in a secret meeting. He's not going to say no names or whatnot. But it's some guy that was in a secret meeting, and I'll let let him tell the story. But this is deep. I never knew it was no secret fucking meeting about hip hop. Let's go, y'all.
The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember about 25 to 30 people were being there.
Right.
Most of them familiar faces. Speaking of those I knew, we joked about the theme of the meeting, as many of us did not care for rap and failed to see the purpose of being invited to a private meeting to discuss the future of hip hop.
Talk to him.
Among the attendees was a small group of unfamiliar faces who stayed to themselves and made no attempt to socialize beyond their circle. Based on their behavior and formal appearances, they didn't seem to be from our industry. Our casual chatter was interrupted when we were asked to sign the confidentiality agreement, preventing us from publicly discussing the information presented during the meeting. Needless to say, this intrigued, in some cases, disturbed many of us. The agreement was only a page long, but very clear on matters
and consequences were stated that violating the terms would result in job termination immediately. We asked several people what this meeting was about and the reason for such secrecy, but could not find anyone who had the answers for us. A few people refused to sign and walked out. Nobody stopped them. I was tempted to follow, but curiosity got the best of me.
That's right.
A man who was part of the unfamiliar group collected all the agreements from us.
Hey, man, the rabbit hole gets deep. This shit crazy, bro. Fair use, man. I had to use the bag
I believe 99% of regular investors
on that last commercial. My bad, y'all. I just got to get YouTube Prime. This shit crazy. Let's go, y'all.
John Homeston, a retired CIA agent, has gone on the record to reveal that the CIA influenced gangster rap culture with record label owners like Diddy, who was working with the government to throw young.
Quickly after this meeting began, one of the industry colleagues, who shall remain nameless like everybody else, thanked us for attending. He then gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by first name and gave no other details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but that was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industries and congratulated us for being selected as part of this small group of decision makers. At this point, I began to feel slightly uncomfortable and the strangeness of this gathering. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry, which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement.
Damn.
He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments.
American rapper Crazy Bone read out a letter.
You hear that shit? They saying that they got investments in these prisons and the music is going to help fill the prisons. This shit is crazy, y'all. And y'all wonder why we got Sexy Red and this dumb shit on the radio. Let's go, y'all. Fair use.
From John Homeston on the record explaining how one meeting with the FBI changed the world of hip-hop forever.
Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who receive funding from the government based on the number of inmates.
Mm-hmm.
The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons.
Mm-hmm.
It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares.
Okay, man. Wow. According to him, record labels have been working with the CIA to ensure 90% or higher prison capacity by promoting criminal activity and gangster culture to Black youth.
Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice.
Wow.
He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies. And as employees, we also be able to buy stocks in these prisons.
And how does the CIA get rap moguls to do all this? Well, they used every trick in the book, including extortion, blackmail, and strong-arm tactics to ensure cooperation by rap artists.
Retired CIA agent John Homeston admitted this week that the CIA was behind the creation of gangster rap in the 80s in order to glamorize criminal behavior and fill private prisons. The US government spent vast sums of money on this covert operation, which was designed to create division and corrupt the American youth to nihilist and anti-American ideologies. According to the former agent, famous hip-hop lyrics of the legendary hip-hop outfit NWA were scripted by a team of psychologists and war propagandists inside the CIA. Fuck the police and other anti-establishment lyrics were intended to unleash a wave of cynicism towards authorities, promote the...
Nah, they wrote these lyrics and whatnot without no assistance from no CIA telling them to write these lyrics. They heard this shit coming out. There was gangster rap before NWA. Let's be clear, my nigga. There was gangster rap way before NWA. Schoolie D on the East Coast. Hella people was doing gangster rap. Ice-T and all that shit. That budget didn't come. They didn't promote this shit. So NWA wrote their own lyrics, did their own beats, did their own music, and they was independent. So you didn't promote them neither, nigga. Matter of fact, NWA was getting arrested for those lyrics. When they performed, you know, they was told not to perform Fuck the Police. If they perform Fuck the police raid the stage and arrest them. That was on the movie. That was true. So far as the CIA putting them up to do that and Fuck the Police was some lyrics to get the youth against the police, like that's bullshit. Now, if they promoted it after they figured out what they had in their hands and what they could do with it, probably afterwards, you know what I mean? Probably after, you know what I mean, after NWA. You know, after Eazy-E had the meeting at the White House, like when they invite one of the biggest record labels, you know what I mean, to the White House for a meeting, you know, that probably was that motherfucking meeting. But this nigga saying it was in LA. That probably was the second meeting. You never know. But I take it after NWA. Eazy-E was approached, you know, allegedly, you know. Let's go, y'all, because that's when he went to the White House after NWA. Well, mid NWA, but after Ice Cube left, you know. So let's go, y'all. Fair use.
Use of narcotics and glamorize the gangster life in the minds of impressionable young people. The CIA worked in tandem with the music industry elites to create a funnel in which young people would be indoctrinated with brainwashing gangster rap music, introduced to a life of crime, and then delivered to the highly profitable private prison system. In order to create this funnel, the CIA introduced music industry owners to the private prison industry. Once the funnel was in place, the system was a lock.
After the CIA started paying them for their own agenda, now these rappers would glamorize criminal behavior. And that includes the entire East Coast and West Coast dispute that Diddy was involved in. And you know what? Let's say it how it is, man. There was a lot of people who are starting to see through Diddy's charade. Because how is it that he keeps on committing these crimes and then getting away with them? Unless he's already in with the FBI and now with the CIA.
But let's think about it, right? Let's think of, you know, gangster rap back then and gangster rap right now. Okay, a lot of people probably got arrested. But compared to right now, the rappers are getting arrested with RICO cases. The rappers are dying because of their lyrics that the record labels are putting out. You know, they putting out them songs and promoting them videos and shit. Got these rappers beefing with street niggas, real, you know, with real politics in the streets, but promoting this shit on the radio, the nightclub, everything. So your op got to hear you being dissed. Like how the niggas in the streets gonna feel about that? So this artist's gonna have a problem. Pray to God he don't get killed. So rest in peace to people like Young Dolph. You know what I mean? Shit, I wouldn't doubt Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, and it didn't come from, you know, just putting out the music. You know what I mean? I'm going to say just putting out the music. And if a motherfucker got a problem with somebody, like before Young Dolph died, he was going through it. The fucking Sprinter got shot up 100 times, all types of shit, man. So, you know, and at the same time, rapping about the Sprinter gets shot up and, you know, basically taunting the people who missed. You know what I mean? Like in a record label promoting that shit. So at the end of the day, it's a double-edged sword. You'll get rich, but you damn nigga get killed. You feel me? And these record labels got niggas, got insurance on niggas and everything. So it's a win-win. Nigga die, go to prison, man. Free Young Thug with a fucking RICO case that they give to the fucking mob. Not to rappers, man. That should let you know what the CIA got to do with this rap shit. Let's go, y'all. Fair use.
Hey.
Diddy had cameras in every room. Everybody came over. and doing all kinds of stuff. He has dirt on everybody. Do you think he was an agent?
Yes, I think a CIA agent would be my guess, and I think that a lot of the people in the rap music industry are. And I'll say this as someone.
Wait. Yeah. You think a lot are?
Yes, because Glenn, look at. I mean, again, there's no reason for you to know all these details. Rap probably hasn't been your thing, but it has been mine ever since I was a kid.
Huh.
And so I've followed the rap music industry. Right now, there's so little talent, actual talent, that in rap music, and so it doesn't require some level of skill. And so these people are clearly selected. A Sexy Red or Cardi B or a bunch of these very popular rappers now, they have no talent. So how do they get picked? How does everybody fit the profile of someone who, if they weren't a rapper, there's nothing else on the planet that they're capable of really doing other than being a rap music celebrity? And so, yeah, I think all of these people are picked, they're groomed, and then they're giving talk. The music industry gives them rapping points or talking points or things they have to support and believe in what the music has to be. I think, again, the people that want to bring down America and the freedoms that we have taken for granted here in America, they're using this particular art form or music form to help accomplish those goals. And that's why, I mean, it's run by a very, very criminal element, not just the artists, but the people in charge of the record labels. It's a band of criminals, and I think the government has dirt on all of them. Kanye West has said in an interview, "Hey, look, they can't pressure me the way they pressure some of these other artists because I've never committed murder." He said that, and he said it as a way of saying they have dirt on these other artists so they can control them. They don't have that kind of dirt on me. That's why I'm harder to control.
Ouch. That's wow, man. If that's the case, that whole soliloquy was fucking wild, man. Salute to, man, what's brother name, man? I don't know his name, but let's stop sharing. And that was wild, bro. To hear, I mean, we always heard rumors. You know, we always heard rumors around the, you know what I mean, around the campfire that, you know, gangster hip hop was created to, you know, destroy the black community and whatnot. But now you got ex-CIA agents coming out and saying that, yeah, CIA has something to do with promoting gangster hip hop. They didn't create it. Gangster hip hop was already there, but the promotion and, you know, the blow up, like, listen, like the drill music, all that shit is that was before anything. Drill music, I'm not before anything, but I'm talking about right now, the wave, like that drill music was the new era of gangster hip hop. Like that showed youngsters in videos holding guns and shit in their mama living room with their shirt off and hella guns pointing at the camera. That was a whole new era, and that came out through the fucking record label. So what do that do? That make all the youngsters think that, okay, I need to strap up, I need to have beef with the ops, I need to have these guns in the video. It made a wave. You know what I mean? Niggas start rapping like them, everything, beats like them, the whole shit. Yeah, the rabbit hole gets deep, man. CIA allegedly involved with the destruction of the black community, promoting drug hip hop, prostitution hip hop, gangster hip hop. Yeah, as of right now. We don't know about the beginning, but as of right now, that's the mission, man. You know, heard what Crazy Bones said, you know what I mean? What he read from the book from the dude that was invited to the meeting in LA. That's some deep shit. And you wonder why, you know, these hip hop artists are getting RICO cases and shit, and everybody going to jail left and right. it's designed for that. You know what I mean? Like you wonder why, oh, old boy was over here saying this and then boom, got raided by the police at his show. They looking at your ass, man. They own your IG, they own your Facebook, they own your Twitter, they own your motherfucking everything, nigga. Your YouTube, you're live on your phone. They looking at everything you doing. And if you got warrants and you on paperwork and you got motherfucking ankle monitors, nigga, hey man, we got you, nigga. Because the ankle monitor is a GPS. They know exactly where you at with that ankle monitor. New shit got GPS on it where they know exactly where you at. They know exactly when you leave. That's how they know you leave, nigga. Like how they know you leave? Do they got an alarm in your house? Nigga, that said beep beep beep, the GPS go off. So they can track your ass down right now. You feel me? So have a lot of people been dying during this new era gangster rap? Yes. Not only niggas in the hood, but rappers have been dying. Like we had like when Pac and Big died, that was like, what the fuck is going on? Now we got a new Pac and Big situation every month with these rappers. Another 2 or 3 rappers are dying because of some shit that somebody said on a record, right? So it's super turned up. A lot of that Chicago shit is from rappers. You know, a lot of that shit from down south is from rappers. A lot of that shit in New York and the East Coast is from rappers. You know what I mean? Because the rappers is tuned in with the streets. A lot of this shit on the West Coast is from rappers because the rappers is tuned in from the streets and the streets is protecting the rappers. So at the end of the day, yeah, niggas clicked up doing their stuff and you know, they promoting that shit, man. So rappers, man, you know, don't fall for the banana and tailpipe with these record labels. They definitely made a deal with the devil. They want to put you in prisons. They want to you know, they don't care if you die, you know, because they got you on the insurance shit, all that shit. So they get paid when you die. The album sales go up. So they don't care if you die. And if you beef with a nigga, they're going to promote it for you or the nigga that almost die and go to prison. So don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Not only is they put y'all in a death trap or a prison trap, but you know, they own all your shit. You're on a 360 deal. So if you do die, they still get a piece of everything, man. So yeah, man, the new prostitution is like Kanye said, hip hop artists with these record labels, man, and these record labels dealing with a lot of people, and people playing don't fall for the banana and tailpipe. This shit is getting ugly, my nigga, and it always been COINTELPRO. Like I even feel it's COINTELPRO with these bloggers and these streamers and these people, you know, and these social media chats and shit. I think it's a program to put people in prison. Like you go on Clubhouse and what they talking about and how they arguing and billing and exposing each other, man. Somebody gonna crash out or somebody gonna go to prison. You know what I mean? Period. So it's by design. You know what I mean? It's definitely by design. You know, Takashi made it famous. You know what I mean? Snitched on hella people, did a few months, got out, and came back beating their ass, you know, for a little bit with some hip hop. And he, you know, weathered out. But yeah, man, it's by design, my nigga. That's why all this ignorant ass music coming out. That's why when you did have, you know what I mean, positive female rappers, you know, shout out to Latifah, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the positive females that came in the game. It was just an uproar and just negative female rap. You know, females talking about they selling dope, they setting niggas up, drugging them up, and you know, they with gangs and shit. Allegedly, it's a whole new era. Chicks stripping, like we ain't heard about that. Like we heard about, you know, girls, you know, I could get nasty and all that, but actually being a former stripper and talking about that life and, you know, promoting it and promoting, you know, OnlyFans and booty holes and, you know, sucking D and all that, like that ain't never been promoted before until now. It's by design because they turned the men out. They want the young women to be turned out. And I think they damn near accomplished it because when you see grown women at stripper pole classes and they got their kids, 4-year-olds, swinging on the stripper pole trying to teach them how to do stripper moves. Yeah, the record labels and the CIA is definitely winning. So wake the fuck up, man. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, man. You like the music, like the music. Don't follow the music. Don't do what the music say. Don't be trapped in a motherfucking oh yeah, I got it. And don't let this IG and social media shit influence you and make you think that you ain't got enough money and you ain't doing this. Rappers got millions of dollars, so they could do what they want to do with their money. Don't try to compete with them as a normal motherfucker with a 9 to 5, normal motherfucker out here, hustling or whatever. Don't think that you got to compete with these rap niggas and break yourself, you know what I mean, just to look good. As long as you can look good when it's time to look good, you know what I mean, that's it. You ain't got to have the latest this, the latest that. As long as you got the latest something, that's it. You don't need multiple. As long as you got the latest something, you good money, man, period. You'll break yourself too trying to follow these artists. You know what I mean? They putting the fashion and what the shit called, the luxury designer clothes, you know what I mean? The Louis, the Gucci, the Fendi, the Burberry, you know what I mean? The Balenciaga, all that shit up in your face so you could blow your money, so you could do all this shit, raiding the malls and shit, breaking the malls, smash and grab, and try to get you some Balenciaga so you could look like these rappers. Stop it. You doing exactly what the CIA wants y'all to do. You dig? Be you, my nigga. Don't break yourself trying to be somebody else. You feel me? And listen to music and take music for what it is. If it remind you for what your shit you used to do in the streets, perfect. If you're still in the streets and it's a theme song for what you do in the streets, perfect. But do not let that music influence you to commit a murder, you know what I mean? Or start being doped out on drugs and shit. You know, I know niggas gotta hustle, do what you gotta do. But don't let that shit make you become a murderer, a dope fiend, or anything else funny bunny. You hear me? Straight up, man. And we're gonna let the music be the music, but just know that it's a trap. You know what I mean? And that's why a certain type of music is being promoted. Like you notice that it don't, like dude said, there's no talent. Like nigga got ABC bars and they are on. They on the radio all day. Ooh, baby. That's Sexy Red shit. You know that's a plant. And niggas was saying industry plants. We got a lot of fucking plants. Plants here. And it's funny that Sexy Red is signed to the same company that signed Tekashi. And we gonna end that shit on that. Sexy Red, Tekashi from the same record label. I'm gonna end that shit on that. You got a white, whatever the fuck he is, trying to promote gangbanger shit in New York. You got a super hoochie mama hood rat promoting all that ratchet shit on the same fucking record label. And the dude that owned the record label is the son of the big dude that owned the big record label that run all these artists. So it's all by design, my nigga. So I ended on that, man. Y'all choose your own faith, man, but don't fall for the fucking banana in the tailpipe. Stand on business, my nigga. Yuck Mouth TV, subscribe to your guy, man. I'm kind of tongue twisted because this shit got me baffled. You know what I mean? I'm in it like this, like NWA said, fuck the police. They doing this wild shit. Yada. Yuck Mouth TV, subscribe to your guy. Get in the motherfucking comments, man. Get the motherfucking likes and hit that subscribe. We out this bitch, man. The motherfucking CIA is out there. Motherfucking mind. And them record labels.